Said he wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026.
And the haters online are like, yeah, do it.
Well, they're like, what about now?
Yeah.
They're like, what about fight him now? He's like, no, I want to wait till 2026. I'm like, okay.
To put on weight?
Put all the steroids, every steroid.
I would watch. Here's the thing. I would watch it.
And maybe if you could let me in on some of that, whatever. I don't know, the special stuff that you might be taking. I don't know. No.
I think it's a very dangerous fight for Jake Paul. Very dangerous. He's probably got one chance to try and counterpunch. And if he catches Joshua, he might do something, but I see that as a 100% win for Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua responded to Jake Paul's recent accusations of cheating. Joe Rogan raised the possibility that Jake could be postponing the fight to bulk up and potentially use performance-enhancing substances. In reply, Jake mentioned that he'd be ready to face Joshua in 2026 instead of 2025, which sparked speculation about whether he's intentionally preparing his body in a questionable manner.
That Dubois guy, though, holy man, the way he took out Anthony Joshua. Yeah, Jake wants to fight Anthony Joshua now.
I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua's.
Said he wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026.
And the haters online are like, yeah, do it.
Well, they're like, what about now?
Yeah.
They're like, what about fight him now? He's like, no, I want to wait till 2026. I'm like, okay.
To put on weight?
Put all the steroids, every steroid they have.
I would watch. Here's the thing. I would watch
venom. Oh, by the way,
scorpion venom.
Rollo reached out to me, John Rollo, my boy, and he sells this blue scorpion. He wants to get you some, Jordan.
I'll have some.
All right, I'll have him send you some.
I'll take quadruple doses. Like
we'll see what happens. I'm gonna start slow. I'm gonna find out if I get poisoned.
Yeah, just.
What are we doing? We're drinking venom from scorpions.
That is weird.
That's weird. He's got the dopest tattoos.
A major topic of discussion in boxing at the moment is whether Jake Paul is using performance-enhancing substances. Many fans and experts have pointed out how quickly he's gained size and speed. His swift physical transformation has raised eyebrows, particularly since he's been consistently defeating professional fighters despite having relatively little experience in the sport.
And maybe if you could let me in on some of that, whatever. I don't know, the special stuff that you might be taking. I don't know.
This nigga looks like a hot pocket, bro. Everyone says he be doing type of PEDs, and I be in a crib.
Yeah, bro.
Like
there's no way. Whatever stuff I'm taking ain't working, bro.
Actually, like, what do you think it is that about Jake that makes people say that he's on something? Like, what? Like, is it just the fact that he's progressed so much in the sport?
Like, I don't know why I couldn't put any weight on, and you were able to put on. You said 230.
I can gain weight so easy.
This is why Jake Paul is on PEDs. Within this past year, Jake Paul has literally hit a second puberty and aged like 10 years. Furthermore, he has acne and his hairline is receding like crazy. And people like Jake Paul are going to the best skin doctors in the world and probably are taking hair loss products that aren't even approved for the rest of us. Now, I'm not saying that Jake Paul necessarily took a steroid to make him look bigger, but he's definitely taking something that allows him to recover faster. That way he's able to train more and get better at boxing quickly.
Jake Paul isn't only targeting Anthony Joshua. He's also challenged former UFC champion Alex Pereira. This move caught many in the combat sports community off guard, as Pereira is renowned for his knockout power and striking ability. While Jake remains confident, many believe he might be overestimating his abilities by taking on such high-caliber fighters.
And maybe if you could let me in on some of that, whatever. I don't know, the special stuff that you might be taking. I don't know. No, I'm just messing with you.
This nigga looks like a hot pocket, bro. Everyone says he be doing type of PEDs, and I be in a crib.
Yeah, bro.
Like
there's no way. Whatever stuff I'm taking ain't working, bro.
He has a terrible build, bro. If he was taking shit.
People have observed Jake Paul experiencing noticeable changes in his appearance, including developing acne, looking older, and undergoing significant physical transformations. His previously less defined stomach is now more muscular and sculpted. This rapid change has led some to question whether he's using performance-enhancing substances to gain an advantage in the ring.
All of Jake Paul's power is coming from those PEDs that he's injecting. He has all this acne. Oh, his chin grew, or he's all red. These are all signs.
I see all those allegations all the time, but I need to see the evidence.
Up until we're provided with evidence that he is taking PEDs, and I'm not going to accuse him of that.
Is there a possibility that he's taking PEDs? Of course there is. But you can't just see his body transformation and completely say with 100% certainty that he's taking PEDs.
Boxing fans are curious about how Jake Paul Paul has managed to defeat professional fighters after just 4 years of training. Typically, boxers spend their entire lives refining their skills before reaching the highest levels. While some attribute Jake's success to his dedication and hard work, others suspect that something unnatural might be giving him an advantage.
Over it. Those little bumps you had on your face kind of alarmed me. You wouldn't be happening to taking PEDs, are you?
Listen, if you want to build in excuses right now,
no, I'm just asking.
Go ahead.
Because I was just wondering, I looked at your face, it looked kind of serious. You had some rage and you acting all unorthodox, you know, those are signs of the PEDs.
I'm enraged. I'm not enraged at all.
Are you taking PEDs?
No, sir.
Not at all? Okay.
No, sir.
That's
Do you think he's on PEDs?
I don't care. You better.
Jake Paul addressed the allegations in a recent interview, acknowledging that people suspect him of using steroids, but dismissing the rumors as absurd. He attributed his physical transformation to hard work, proper nutrition, and rigorous training. Despite his response, many boxing purists remain doubtful and continue to question the authenticity of his achievements.
Once I'm slightly older, I'm basically gonna drink tequila and intermittent fast.
What's Jake Paul gonna look like after his boxing career?
People think I do steroids and all this shit, so I have a plan because I think it's bizarre. That's like the only excuse they can come up with is like rigged fights. Jake Paul does steroids. So after boxing, I'm gonna do a cycle of steroids to show people what Jake Paul on steroids actually looks like, because I want to shut people the up.
Sports analyst Simon Jordan has weighed in on Jake Paul's boxing journey, describing it as unusual and even unrealistic. He believes that transitioning from a YouTuber to challenging boxing legends like Anthony Joshua and Canelo Alvarez doesn't sit well with traditional boxing fans. While Jake has certainly brought entertainment to the sport, some argue that he hasn't yet earned the right to compete against top-tier opponents.
As a boxing purist, it doesn't sit well, but as a normal working class lad, I've been asked by builders, would you fight Jake Paul for £5 million? I never got £5 million for fighting anyone else in a fight, so it's the silliest question in the world. I've been retired 7 years, I'm still very confident if you give me 3 weeks to get off the couch, I'd probably still beat him with one hand. It's not, he's not a good fighter, so it's not even being disrespectful to him. As a YouTuber, as a presenter in what he does, he blows me out the water. That's his line of work, but you're stepping into boxing, another profession. Now, to call it like Canelo out, I think is disrespectful. To call Anthony Joshua out is lunacy, but we know why it's happening and why he does it.
Forget Jake Paul. Forget Jake Paul. Paul. I mean, Jake Paul's going to do what Jake Paul does, but Anthony Joshua, and with respect to you and what you did and didn't earn in your career, Anthony Joshua has earned a king's ransom. Yeah. So he doesn't need to be fiddled with this, does he? Yeah. No, he doesn't. But again, all I keep seeing from people out there is, you know, when is enough enough? And I get that. But when you're retired at 33, 34, and you've got to make that last, now you've got more experience than me in this, dealing with a lot of footballers in the past as well, and business people who have to make a certain amount of budget last. It's the easiest money you'll probably ever make.
Tommy Fury, who defeated Jake Paul in their last fight, shared his views on Jake's ambitions. He mentioned that he fought Jake with a broken hand and still managed to secure the win. Now, Jake is aiming to fight Anthony Joshua, a far more experienced and powerful opponent. Fury believes this could be more about generating publicity than pursuing a genuine competitive challenge.
I wanted to give a little opinion on everything I've been seeing on social media lately. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Just wanted to come in here and remind everybody that bum couldn't beat me when I basically had a broken hand. I had one hand and he still lost. Jake Paul, I'm still your daddy, and everybody weighing this fight up, don't bother, because he ain't worth a shilling. And the loss will always be there, Mr. Paul. Take it easy and have a good day.
Amid all the controversy surrounding Jake Paul's rapid rise in boxing, fans remain split. Is he genuinely a dedicated athlete, or is there something else fueling his transformation? As he continues to challenge top fighters, the debate will only intensify. What are your thoughts? Share them in the comments.